Think big and dream big have been instilled in us for as long as we can all remember. As kids, we had the ability to dream the impossible dream, to pursue the impossible path, to make improbabilities into possibilities. We even had the power to reimagine something as simple as a box into something valuable and magical. With that power came the mindset to do, to be, and to accomplish anything. It is that same childlike mindset that champions embrace to believe the sky is the limit and to think outside the box. Champions like Mia Hamm and Serena Williams started with no more or no less than what you and I both did. Just like our first bike ride without training wheels was filled with uncertainty and fear, so will the journey to master this championship mindset. Similar to athletics, riding a bike takes courage and support, but it is ultimately the belief in oneself that will literally take you further than you can imagine. Without this belief, you fall and let fear and failure trump over what could and should have been. Using these steps, even you can step outside the box and achieve the unthinkable. First things first, as kids we didn't know what we didn't know, so we are creative. Creativity is the first step to thinking outside the box. It is the ability to make something out of nothing, to come up with something no one else has, to believe what no one else will. In athletics, as in life, you must think creatively. It is, in a sense, coloring outside of the lines. It is only when we allow ourselves to be creative, attempt a new course of action, and detach ourselves from this box that has easily restricted us that will lead us to find new ways. This will overall awaken our minds to the creation of a new skill, a phenomenal breakthrough, or an accomplishment that never even you thought was possible. So be creative. Secondly, be courageous and resilient in order to make obstacles into opportunities. As children, we dreamed of becoming lawyers, doctors, and professional athletes all at once. People told us that it was impossible, to get our heads out of the clouds trying to suppress that voice in our minds while thinking to themselves, "Do you know how long that is going to take?" But who's to say you and I can't do the impossible? No pinch of doubt filled our minds then. Why should it now? Let us channel that belief in ourselves and the mindset that wasn't corrupted by negativism and realism and allow these obstacles to push us further. Perseverance is a changing factor between being successful and being suppressed by this box that you yourself define. A wise person once told me, sometimes you win, and sometimes you learn. As the teens say these days, let the haters be your motivators. Throughout all the challenges and obstacles hindering this inner voice, let nothing stop you. Because all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Which brings me to my next point. Have passion. This mindset is only practical in our lives if we have passion. That is boundless enthusiasm wherever you are and for whatever you do. The reason children can be some of the happiest people in the world is because they follow their hearts. One day they want to be this, or the next day they want to be this. But whatever it is, they imagine, they believe, and they become that with all of their hearts. Use your passion as a guiding light to make the right decisions. If you constantly hear yourself say, "Man, another day of work," think about this. As CEO of BCT Partners, Randall Pinkett says, "If there is no passion, there is no point. If there is no passion, there is no purpose. If there is no passion, there should be no pursuit." First, find what you love to do, then find what you need to do it. Because if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So find your passion. The last step, before you can fully think outside the box is having a healthy acceptance of failure. Success is built on a foundation of failure. Thomas Edison, after his 10,000 tries, said, "I am not discouraged because every wrong attempt is another step forward. I am not a failure. I just found 10,000 ways that don't work." We need to push past this fear of failure and keep trying. If at first you don't succeed, try again. As Randall Pinkett also said, if there is no risk, there is no reward. No disappointment means no discipline. No problem equals no progress. No pain is no gain. No test, no testimony. And with no try comes no triumph. Go hard or go home. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then don't bother. Because failure isn't falling down. Failure is staying down. Those are some wise words that we all need to follow. So, we began with the concept of think big, dream big. That is one thing almost all kids hold. One thing that all champions have in common. And because of this, they are all crazy. Crazy enough to think they can be the world's greatest. Crazy enough to score the most goals in the world's history. Crazy enough to reshape a whole society. Be crazy. As Apple says, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Think big, dream big. Be creative, overcome all the obstacles, find your passion, persevere through all your failures. Only then will you be able to embrace this mindset, believe that the sky is the limit, and think outside the box.